Hey y'all, it's Stacy with southernbite.com. We're back in the kitchen today turning a childhood favorite, a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, into a delicious blondie. You're gonna love how quick and easy this is. We're gonna start by preheating the oven to 350 degrees. In a large bowl, I've got 2 cups of all-purpose flour, a teaspoon of baking powder, and a half a teaspoon of salt. I'm just gonna whisk those together. Another large bowl here, I've got 3/4 of a cup or a stick and a half of unsalted butter that I've melted. To that, I'm going to add 1 cup of firmly packed light brown sugar, a half a cup of white sugar. Just gonna stir these together. Next, I've got 2 large eggs that I've cracked and I've got lightly beaten here in this small bowl. It just makes the combining process a little bit easier to have those beaten together just a little bit beforehand. Gonna add those and stir that in. Our next ingredient is 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Add that right to the mix here. We're gonna stir, stir, stir to get all these ingredients combined, and once our wet ingredients are completely mixed, we're gonna add them right into our dry ingredients here. This will take a little elbow grease to get this all combined, but I find that just using a spoon like this is easier than using a mixer. This creates a pretty thick batter, so it's just easier to use a spoon rather than tearing up the mixer. Once this is all combined, we're gonna spread it into a 9 by 13 inch baking dish here that I've got, and I've already got this ready. I've sprayed this with non-stick cooking spray and then just taken a paper towel and wiped off that excess cooking spray. That way it won't bake on in the oven and, you know, saves you a little elbow grease on the flip side when you're having to scrub all that off. On top of our blondie batter here, I've got a half a cup of peanut butter that I've melted. Now, I've chosen to use creamy peanut butter here, but you could use chunky peanut butter if you wanted to. We're just gonna drop dollops of this right on the top of our blondie batter. I've also got a half a cup of jelly. Now, with both of these, I've just zapped them in the microwave to soften them enough so that we can pour them out and so that we can mix them together. 15 to 20 seconds is usually all it takes. You don't want them to be completely liquid. Now, I choose grape jelly for this just because grape jelly is what goes with peanut butter and jelly sandwiches in my house, but you could use strawberry or anything else that you like. All we're gonna do is take a skewer or a knife. We're just gonna swirl these together as much as you'd like, pop it right in the oven. These are gonna bake for 35 to 40 minutes or until they're firm around the edge, just slightly jiggly and golden brown. These are such a fun way to take that classic sandwich and turn it into a delicious dessert. You're gonna love these. You can find this recipe, hundreds more on my website at southernbite.com. Just visit the Simply Southern TV tab right at the top. Y'all enjoy.
Mary, nothing beats these dishes Stacy keeps preparing for us, but the stories behind them are often interesting.
Right. This recipe goes back to when Stacy was a little boy and his mom got him to put peanut butter and jelly on warm biscuits.
You know, I never would have thought of that, but seems to make sense. Well, fast forward to Stacy as an adult, and he created this recipe by doing a little modification of the pecan chewies that he made for us last season.
Both of those were delicious desserts. And a special thanks to the Alabama Peanut Producers Association for sponsoring today's cooking segment.
Well, it's time for us to grab our PB&J and GO. We've already started working on next week's show when we'll travel to Washington, D.C. with a group of farmers as they talk with members of Congress about issues important to agriculture.
And we'll visit some fun guys who have a fun time growing fungi.
I see what you did there, fun guys.
Yeah. I'm Mary Wilson.
And I'm Kevin Worthington. I hope you'll join us again next week.
Simply Southern is produced by the Alabama Farmers Federation and made possible with the support of Alabama Farmers Cooperative and these sponsors.